Hi everyone, in this tutorial we are going to see Python operators. What are operators? Here operators are used to perform operations on values and variables. Okay, if I say I want to add which type of operator we are going to use. We are going to use plus operator, right? We know that we are going to use plus symbol for addition. See, if I say print of 10 plus 5, what is going to be print? It's going to be print 15, right? Why it's going to print 15? Because we know that for addition we are going to use plus operator, right? So in the same way in Python we have different types of operators, but they are grouped into different types of groups. Okay, first we will see what is an operator. Just I will write the statement here. Okay, now we have different types of groups in operators. I will write one by one here, and then we will discuss about each and every group. We have arithmetic operators, arithmetic operators, and we have assignment operators, assignment operators, and we have comparison operators, comparison operators, comparison operators, and we have logical operators, logical operators, and we have identity operators, identity operators, and we have membership operators, membership operators, and we have last type bitwise operators, bitwise, bitwise operators. Sorry, we will discuss about each and every group now. In assignment operators, we have addition, right? We have addition, and we have subtraction, and we have multiplication, right? We have division. We are going to show with a slash, forward slash, and we have modulus that we are going to show with a percentage symbol, and we have exponential that we are going to show with two stars. Okay, and we have floor division that also we are going to show with or represent with two forward slashes. Okay, now I will write this is addition, and this is subtraction. Just I will write like this. This is subtraction, so you may not confuse now. And this is multiplication, and this is division, right? Yeah, this is division, and this is modulus, modulus, and this is exponential, exponential, and this is floor division. Sorry, if floor division. Yeah, floor division. Now we'll see what is addition. Okay, how it works. We all know, but just we will see few examples. Okay, if anyone don't know, they may understand. So just I will say print of 10 plus 5. Here I'm using variables or values. Here I'm using values, right? Now we'll go with variables. X is equal to 10 and y is equal to 5 or 4. Okay, just I want to print x plus y. Okay, now I will run this. See, it's printing 14 and 15. It's working for both values and variables. That's what I said here in the first statement. Operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. Okay. Now we will see subtraction. Here we are going to subtract values and variables. So we will work with same values. So just 10 minus 5, and we will go with variables. X is equal to 10, or just I will say print of, so we cannot waste the time, print of y minus y. Okay, now I will run this. See, it's saying 5 and 6. Okay, it's working. Subtraction, fine. Now we'll go with multiplication. Print of 10 into 5, it's going to be 50, and print of x into y, it's going to be 40, right? Yeah, 40. Now we will go for division. Print of 10 divided by 5, and print of 10 divided by 4. Okay, see, 2.0 and 2.5. If I don't want to see, it's printing in float, right? If I don't want to get into float, we can say int. Okay, so just I will say here int of these things we had seen in previous sections, right? How to convert everything. See, now it's converted into int. Okay, now we'll go for modulus. Print of 10 percentage symbol we are going to use for modulus 10 modulus 5, and print of x modulus, sorry, x modulus y. See, it's printing 0 and it's printing 2. Why it's printing 0 here? See here, 5 2's 10. Here 10 is exactly divisible by 5, right? So that's why it's printing the remainder 0. Here for x and y, what I had given? Here I had given 10 and 4. So here 4 2's are 8, right? Yeah, 4 2's are 8. And 8 minus 10, 2, right? So it's printing the remainder 2 here. Okay, so when we are working with modulus operator, we are going to get the remainder as the result. Okay, so that's the main thing, the difference between the here division operator and modulus operator. Now we'll go with exponential. Okay, now we'll go with exponential. See, print of x exponential of y, and print of 10 exponential of y. We will run this. What's here? It's 10,000 and it's 1 lakh, right? Yeah, so this is what we want to get. And we have one more thing, right? Floor division. Print of, sorry, print of 10. What's the floor division representation? 2 forward slashes, 5 and, sorry, print of x, 2 forward slashes y. So what's the use of floor division here? See here, floor division rounds the result to the nearest whole number. Okay, just I will run this. See, it's saying 2 and 2. Here what is shown here? 2.0 and 2.5, right? But when we use the floor division, it's going to be round off the number to the nearest whole number. I hope here you may confuse for division, modulus and floor division. See, main thing here for division is going to be print the result. Okay, see here, it's divided 10 by 5. What's the thing here? 5 2's 10, so it's printing 2. Here for 10 by 4, it's going to be divided by 2.5, right? So it's printing that thing. But for here modulus, it's going to print the remainder. What's the remainder? If I divide 10 by 5, 0, right? That's what it's printing here. What's the remainder if I divide 10 by 4? 2. That's what it's printing here, right? So that's the main difference. And for floor division, for normal division and but floor division, the main difference is that See, when I am working with the division, it's printing 2.0 and 2.5, right? But when I am working with float division, it's printing 2 and 2. It's not printing 0.0 or zero point 0.5. This is the main thing. Here it's round off the thing to the nearest whole number. Okay, so that's the main difference. Now we'll go with assignment operators. What are all the assignment operators we have? We have is equal to, we have is equal to, and we have plus is equal to. Now we'll see how it's going to work. As of now, just I will say what are all the operators. Okay, plus is equal to, and we have minus is equal to, and we have star is equal to, and we have slash is equal to, sorry slash is equal to, and we have percentage is equal to, and we have double forward slash is equal to, double star is equal to, double star is equal to, and is equal to, and for and is equal to, we will see what is and, or, and not operators. As of now, just we will work with assignment operators. And is equal to, and or is equal to, and exponential is equal to, yeah, and we have greater than is equal to, or less than is equal to. Most probably these are all the assignment operators we have in Python. First we will see what is equal to operator. See, let me say x is equal to 5. Okay, so x is equal to 5. Now I will try to say print of x. Now we'll see how it's going to be work. See, it's printing 5, right? At the end it's printing 5. Okay, so just we can assign values to my variable by using is equal to operator. Okay, okay, we can assign values to variables. Okay, just I will keep it in comments. Okay, and plus is equal to, how it's going to work for plus is equal to, x is equal to plus is equal to 3. First I will run this. I hope when I run this you are able to understand what it's going to work and how it's going to work. Yeah, this print statement I will give upside. Okay, so then only you will able to understand, because if I had given in downside, it's going to be print the same result. You may not understand, sorry for that. Yeah. See here, now it's printing for first print x, it's printing 5, and next print x is printing 8. Why it's printing 8? But here assign the value 5. Here I have given plus is equal to 3. What it's doing here? 5 plus 3, right? 5, 6, 7 and 8. At the end it's printing the 8, right? So how it's going to be work here? Plus is equal to operator. Here it's going to be work as x is equal to x plus 3. So here it's going to work as addition operator. Okay, and it's going to be, after doing the addition, it's going to be assign that value to the variable x itself. Okay, that's what it's working here. That's why we had came the result here 8. Okay, now we'll see minus operator. Minus is equal to 2. Just I will minus 2 and I will print x. So these all things are going to be work same. So just we will see few examples. See, now 8 minus 2, 6, right? So here it's going to work as x is equal to x minus 2. Okay, so I don't want to waste time because these all things are going to be same. Just we'll see each and every assignment operator example. Okay, just I want to multiply is equal to 2. Okay, so print of x, you know, it's printing 6 2s are 12. Okay, so slash x is equal to x into 2, and we have forward slash operator, right? X forward slash is equal to, I will say 2, print of x. See, it's getting 6.0. 2 6 are 12, right? So 6.0. If I don't want to get this point 0, I can give double slash, right? That we had seen already. So I will give double slash now. So it's printing 6. Okay. So here it's going to be work. Sorry, x is equal to x double slash 2, or x is equal to x single slash 2. Okay. I'm saying here two operators itself. X is equal to, we have percentage, sorry, first I have to give percentage equal to 2. Okay, if you give equal to percentage, then it's going to throw you an error, so don't do that. Print of x. Okay, see, it's printing the result, right? What's the result here? 2 6 are 12, so remainder is 0, so it's printing the remainder here. Now if I say x is equal to percentage, what is going to be happen? So it's going to throw an error, invalid syntax. So this is the syntax, sorry, this is the syntax we have to use for all the assignment operators. We cannot change them left to right or right to left as we wish. Okay, so that how the way they are, in the same way we are going to work with. We cannot able to change. Okay, so I have to give this percentage operator to the front of my is equal to. Okay, yeah, slash x is equal to x percentage 2, and we have double star exponential operator, right? X double star is equal to, so just I will say 2, so print of x, yeah, see, it's printing 0, right? No, what I want to get, I want to get exponential. Yeah, 0 is going to be 0, right? So just I will change the value of x here. So x is equal to 2. Okay, so just I want to change because it's 0. So what are the operations we are going to work with? 0 is always going to be 0, right? So 2 2s are 4. Okay, now we'll go for another assignment operation. X is equal to no, x and is equal to x and is equal to 3, and I will say print of x. So it's printing 0. Okay, we'll know within when we are going for a comparison logical identity operators, we will see with what is and, or, and these all things. As of now, try to understand what's the assignment operators. Okay, and or is equal to 3, print of x. Okay, print of x is printing 3. Okay, now x power is equal to 3, so just I am giving the same thing, because if I said also you may not able to understand, that's why I don't want to explain these things. So just I am running the everything. We will discuss in detail when we go on there. Okay, so x greater than is equal to 3, and print of x, see, it's printing 0. Print of less than, sorry, x less than is equal to 3, print of x, so it's printing 0 again. Okay, we'll see why it's printing 0 and 3. As of now, just we'll see assignment operators. Now we'll go for comparison operators. Okay, in comparison operators we have is equal to, single is equal to is different from double is equal to. Now we'll see, and we have a not equal to, and we have greater than, and we have less than, and we have greater than equal to, sorry, and we have greater than equal to, and we have less than is equal to. Okay, so here print of, I will say x is equal to y. I don't know what are the values of x and y, just we'll run it. So it's saying false, so just I want to print the values of x and y because I not remember the values. So just we will see what are the values and then we will discuss. Print of x and y. See, it's printing, okay, it's printing x is 0 and y is 4. Okay, and here what I am doing, what is the operation of is equal to here? Here it's going to check whether the two values or two variables are equal or not. Here I am saying x is equal to y. So what I am saying here, inside what the data inside the x is present in y, but it is not there, right? Here in x it is 0, but in y it is 4. That's why it's saying false. Now I will say x is equal to 4. Okay, so just I will say x is equal to 4, and now I'll run this again. So now it's going to be true, right? Why it's going to be true now? Because here what's the data in x is same as what's the data in y. That's the main use of comparison operators. Here we are comparing two variables and we are saying, or we are checking whether the data in both the variables are same or not. Now we will say print of x not is equal to y. Here what I am saying here, I am saying that the data in x is not same as data in y. It's going to be false now, right? Why? Here x is 4 and y is 4, so it is correct. And now we'll see print of x greater than y. I am saying x is greater than y, but here it is not, it is equal to, right? So it's going to be false. And I will say x is less than y. It is also wrong. Why it is also wrong? Because here both the values are same. So here working with greater than and less than, we are checking whether one variable is greater than another variable or not. And when one variable is not equal to another variable or not, we can also work with numbers, not only with variables. Just we will go with print of, no, sorry, 9 greater than 8. It's going to be greater than, right? So it's going to be true. And also I can say print of 10 not is equal to 0, which is going to be true, right? So it's printing true. So we can also work with the numbers, not only variables. Now we will see greater than or equal to. So just I will say print. Now it's going to be true, right? In before we had got false, right? But it's going to be true. Why? Why it's going to be true? Why it's false before? Because here I had given is equal to operator further to the less than operator. So it's going to be checked whether it is less than. If it is less than, it's going to be print true. If not, it's going to be checked whether that variable, the data inside the variable is as same as x. If s, then it's going to be print true. Okay, here it's going to be checked two conditions, less than condition and is equal to condition. Okay, which is nothing but double equal to condition. Okay, now we'll see logical operators. In logical operators we have only three operators: and, or, and what's the last thing? Not. Okay, we'll see all the three logical operators. I will say here and, we are going to represent and with the symbol, and we have ampersand symbol, and we have or, we are going to show with straight line, and we have not. Okay, how we are going to represent the not? We are going to represent it as and, or, and not. How we are going to represent it as I forgot it. Okay, we will discuss about that later. Now I will say here you have to remember one thing for and. Okay, when you are working with and, it's going to be returns true if both the statements are true. Okay, sorry, returns true if the both statements are true. For or, for or, but here we are going to use and or not, so don't remember the statements or symbols. Okay, don't remember this. In Python we can use and or, the language itself, we don't need to use symbols specifically. So now we'll go with or. How you are going to be work? It's going to be returns true if one of the statement is true. and for not it's going to be reverse result, sorry, it reverse the result, then it is going to be true. Okay, see here you have to remember three things. When we are working with and logical operator, then the both statements have to be true. Here we are going to give two logical statements. Okay, here we are going to check two statements. Up now what we had done, up now we had seen only one statement, right, or one condition. But here for logical operators, when we are working with logical operators, we are going to work with two conditions. Okay, here two conditions have to be true. If not, then it's going to be false. If either of the statement is false, then it's going to be false. But if both the statements are true only, it's going to be true in AND operator. But in OR operator, if one of the statement is true and the other statement is wrong, then it's going to be true. Okay, in a NOT, if it is true, then it's going to be shown as false. Okay, just we will work with examples, then only you will able to understand. Here I will say x, sorry, just I will say print of x less than 5 and x less than 10. Okay, so just I will print this. See, it's printing true here, right? Why it's printing true? What's my value of x here? X is 4, right? See here, x is 4. 4 is less than 5 and 4 is less than 10. So both are true, right? That's why it's printing true here. If I say 3, okay, well, now it's going to be print false. Why it's going to be print false? Because here 3 is here, 4 is not less than 3, right? 4 is greater than 3. So here this statement or this condition is false. That's why it's printing this entire thing is false. Even though 4 is less than 10, if one condition is not satisfied, then all the conditions are not satisfied in AND. Okay, now we'll see OR. Okay, print of x less than 3 or x less than 10. Okay, now it's going to be true. See here, for AND operation it's printing false, but for OR operation it's printing true, because here we need to be true only for one condition. Here x less than 10 is true, even though here x less than 3 is false, but here x less than 10 is true. So if one of the condition is true, then it's going to be considered as all the conditions are true or the remaining conditions are true. Okay, now we'll see print of not of, we have to give not of x less than 5 and x less than 10. See here, x less than 5 and x less than 10 is going to be print true, right? If I had given not of true, so just I will write here, I had given not of true, right? How it's going to print at the end? It's going to print false, right? Yeah, just I will run this. See, it's printing false at the end. Okay, these are all the three things and or not in logical operators. Now we'll see identity operators. Identity operators are very easy. We have only two operators in this. We have is and is not. Okay, and is not. What's the is here? What's the use of that? Sorry, what's the use of that here? Returns true if both variables are the same objects. Okay, here what I am saying, x is y. Is nothing but we are going to check whether the data inside or the values inside the x is as same as values inside the y. We are going to check like that. So just I will say returns true if both variables are the same object. Same object. Okay. Now I will say x is y. Okay, so just I will give inside print statement print of x is y. Okay, so it's printing true. Why it's printing true? Is x is y or not? Here in x we have 4 and y we have 4, so it's printing true. Okay, now we will give x is equal to I want to give a list. Okay, just I want to give a list apple, so just I will say apple comma I will say banana. Okay, and now I will say y is equal to list of apple, just I will use the same thing apple comma banana. Okay, now I will sorry, now we'll do the same thing, print of x is y. Okay, now I will run this. See, it's printing false. Why it's printing false? um it have to be true, right? Here both are correct. No, here it sees it's printing false. Yeah, why? Because here we have to see one thing, that these these two are two different objects, right? Here this is oh yeah, sorry for that. Here this is one list, one list, one list, and this one is second list. Okay, see, even though they have same data inside that, these both are different, that's why it's printing false. Okay, now I will check. See, here I will say print of x is equal to y. We know what this operator is going to check. This is going to check the values are same or not. Okay, yeah, sorry, this I will give inside comment. Okay, so this I will give comment it. See, it's printing true now. Okay, see, for is it's printing false, because even though these two are containing the same data, but these two are different objects. Okay, that's why it's printing false there. But when I try to evaluate, or when I try to check whether they contain the same data or not, it's printing true. Okay, now we'll see is not. See, just I will say print of x is not y, which is true, right? So it's going to be print true. See, it's printing true. And I will say print of x is not z. Okay, just I will say x is not z. I won't say here. See, here I will write. You may confuse if I write this. So z, just I will say here z is equal to x. Okay, and what I am saying here, x is not z, which is going to be true or false? Which is going to be false. Okay, here x is not y, it's going to be true, but here x is not z, it's going to be false. Here x is z, right? Both are same, so just I will say here x is z, and we will see what's the result. See, it's printing true now. Why it's printing true? Here both the objects are same. See, here I am assigning z is equal to x. So here x is apple banana, it's a list, and here the same list I am assigning for z. So here both are the same objects. Okay, here they are not different lists, or they are not two different objects. Here I am assigning the variable x, and inside the data, what's inside the data of x list, that list is going to be same for z, right? So that's why here x is z is printing true. Okay, please don't confuse why it is printing false for x is y, and why it's printing x true for x is z. Okay, now we'll see membership operators. In membership operators we have in and not in. Okay, here also we have only two. We have in and we have not, sorry, and we have not in. Okay, so just we'll check here how it's going to be work, in or not in. So just I want to say here x is equal to python, x is equal to python. Okay, and I want to check whether y is inside the x variable or not. So I will say print of y, sorry, I will say y in x. Okay, y in x, and I will print this. See, it's printing true. Why it's printing true? Because here string I am checking y string is inside x or not. Here I have right at the second character, right? Here p is first character and y is second character, right? Yeah, sorry. Now I will say y is not in x. Okay, just print y, sorry, y not in x. So what is going to be print? It's going to print false because it is in x, right? So this is how we can check whether some string is present in inside some variable or not, whether some value is present in a dictionary, or some characters or some values are present in list tuples. So whenever we want to check whether whatever the data I want, whether it is present in some variable, some list, some tuples or not, there we are going to work in and not in membership operators. Okay, here we have bitwise operators. What are the bitwise operators? Just we will see all the operators here. We have AND operator. Okay, we have AND operator, and we have OR operator, and we have XOR operator. Okay, wait, this is XOR operator, and we have NOT operator. And this is NOT operator symbol, and we have less than operator, and we have greater than operator. These are all operators, but here we are not going to say less than or greater than. This is called as zero fill left shift, and the last one is called as signed right shift. Okay, just I will write here. These all things I think, I hope you know. Just I will write here. This is not, and this is or. Sorry, this is or, and this is XOR operator, and this is not operator, and sorry, and this is zero fill shift left shift operator. Okay, left shift operator, and this is called as signed right shift operator. So this is all in this tutorial. Okay, see, these all things we have seen what are the operators, what are different types of operators. Here we have arithmetic operator, and we have logical operator, and we have comparison operator. Okay, and we have identity operator, membership operator, bitwise operator. Okay, we will meet in another tutorial.